Tony, I think we're seeing the dawn of a new era in plastics processing on the machinery side. For years, even before COVID, there's been a big struggle finding people at the operator level to work the lines, to do what needs to be done. As the result of that, I think we're seeing more and more smart machines, artificial intelligence technology being utilized in machines across the board. At the show, we're seeing it in conveying, where Conair has an artificial intelligence technology on their conveying system. We're seeing smart drying and smart pumps on Novatech technology. We're seeing energy efficiency as well. Moreto's talked a lot about that. And you know, ordinarily in North America, energy is the third biggest expense among most processing plants, but companies don't seem to consider it that much. But now, when there is demand and pressure on them to be sustainable, I mean, that's one of the paths to get there. One of the things I'm also seeing a lot of, certainly more than ever before, is automation in places where you don't ordinarily see it. Now, automation is pretty much traditionally in this industry been thought of as robots in injection molding. Not anymore. I was at Real Power, which makes spooling equipment for medical tubing. They have a robot that will automatically unload and load a spool. Some of these spools are very, very heavy. So in addition to not getting an operator involved because you don't have them, you don't have to get an operator involved because of risk of injury. Millicron also had a simulation of a cobot at the end of the profile line that would be taking pipe and packaging and stacking it. So those are, I think, three big trends that I have noticed throughout this week: artificial intelligence, smart machinery, energy efficiency, and automation.
Okay. Well, thanks, Jim. One thing I have noticed in speaking with the injection molding machine manufacturers, quite a few of them are looking at how and well, mostly where they're producing and assembling machines, and some of them shifting that to both be closer to customers and to avoid some of the higher costs, especially that are arising in Europe. Engel this week discussed looking at building machines in Mexico. They obviously have a large customer base there, and they're also feeling that will bring closer to the market. Arberg as well is, for the first time, Arberg famously makes all of their machines in the Black Forest in Germany. They will still continue to do that. This is more of a localizing some assembly processing, but they are looking at North America, potentially the US or Mexico for a facility for the first time in their history. And down the road, they've mentioned that Asia could also be a possibility. Again, with the primary technology still coming out of Bloxburg, but kind of globalizing the footprint. LSMtron, kind of a newer player here in the market, a Korean player. They have a tractor division that opened a facility in Texas. They've already added a tech center for injection molding in that facility, but they said if they can achieve the market goals that they're chasing, and they seem to be doing well, they would also like to look at some assembly here in North America. And finally, Whitman, some of their production that is based in Austria, they've had to look at moving into neighboring countries, including Hungary and Bulgaria, as well as Turkey. This is for select product lines up to certain tonnages. You know, definitely most of the production will still be in Austria, but the high inflation rates in Austria have forced them to kind of reconsider where they're building their machines. So something to watch for, a trend to both kind of combat rising costs, but also to be more local to their customers, and all these machine suppliers are increasingly very global suppliers.